This week's episode of Heavy Objects shows us the danger of relying solely on the object to win the war, because while it is normally possible to win the war uh, if you go by the clean war, because then you only have to destroy the other country's object to win. However, since the Fate organization decided to go for all-out war because they are religious fanatics, which must never come to power, because they will kill anybody that is heathen, break their faith, or is non-believers. They are really dangerous to have here. However, they didn't think about, like having a tight security in their base, which allows Hawaii and Quantua to sneak in. And if they didn't have so many spare parts for their Mortar Strider, Quantua and Hawaii could actually have stopped them by blowing them all those parts up with C4. However, they had to improvise because there was another flaw they had, and that was that they had the maintenance manual laying around in the open. No security, nothing. And I'm pretty sure that in armies, that maintenance manual is kept under lock because of this case. Because Quanto, he uses this manual to mess with the part that was scheduled to be used in the next maintenance, and removes the sensor that basically does, say, okay, this works fine, this works fine, there's no problem. And this causes, when he makes the what's called object explode, or the leg basically does some damage on the inside, because that sensor missing, it triggers the program that basically makes the heavy object what's called self-destruct, because you don't want the enemy to steal your heavy objects. That's actually why that self-destruction mechanism are in it. And that makes a lot of sense, because that could give the enemy an edge if they stole yours. They could maybe even like reverse engineer and then improve their own objects. So yeah. And because he is so smart, the fanatic, the leader of those fanatic, he actually sees Quantua as the devil. And if it wasn't because they previous had called for help by using a little hack that basically used the infrared sensor in the rocket launcher to connect to the satellite, they would have been dead. However, they are saved by Florente believing in them and basically driving what's called to their aid and sniping the leader. So yeah, that is actually a really there's a good lesson in not relying on one thing alone to win the war. Also, there was a scene that I thought, the eye catch one, that I thought, okay, this is fan service, but it actually serves or it foreshadows the event of what happens in the future, because after this, basically Quanto and Hawaii, having destroyed the object and saved the princess also, they thought that they was being called in to get a promotion. However, what they have earned themselves was a very, of course they are getting famous now because they have destroyed a object which was previous thought like it's not possible to destroy. So they earned the right to be shipped out with the princess to the war, because if this was to happen again, they want them to, like destroy this object on this try, because they have shown they can do it once. So now they can try again. But as I was saying, the eye catch, it's actually foreshadowing it, because you see Florente and Melinda in those dresses that is shown in that eye catch. So it's actually a foreshadowing of what happens. So yeah, this episode was really good, and there wasn't really any fan service, or you could call that eye catch fan service, but considering that it serves a purpose in the story, it's actually not a fan service. I would say it would be, yeah, I don't know what I'll call it, but that's also not important, because the most important is that we now know why the opening shows, the princess driving a baby Magnus, and that is because they're building her a new, improved version, which most likely would be like a generation two, like, or I'm not sure. We will wait. We will have to wait until episode 4 to know that. But all I will have to say now is to wish you all a good day, a good night wherever you are, and I will see you later. Cheers, guys.